So what is happening with price action of Bitcoin? Because if you monitor this price structure starting in a daily time frame, we can see very clearly the central CPI line, which previously acted as a support, is acting as a very strong resistance line around this 55,200 price level. Not just only the central CPI line, but if you also notice these two moving averages, the red line is the 50 exponential moving average and the green line is the 21 exponential moving average. And along with the CPI line, these two lines are also acting as a very strong resistance. So now, if the price of Bitcoin wants to continue upward direction, we have to get out of this resistance line or at least find support above it, because if that's going to happen, the price of Bitcoin could see another impulsive move here in an upward direction. Why it is so important for price to also break out of this 21 exponential and also this 50 exponential moving averages, because you can see here in the past Bitcoin price action, when the trend here was heading in upward direction, these two moving averages always acted as a very strong support line, and the price also continued heading in an upward direction as long as the support from these two moving averages was there. And now since the price here is below this two exponential moving average, the 21 exponential moving average and this 50 exponential moving average, we want the price to clearly find support above it. And if that's going to happen, then indicators here to the downside would also start again showing some bullish momentum, because right now if you monitor this RSI line is hovering around 50 level. We want this RSI line clearly to re-enter above this 50 level. That is very important. And if you focus here, this MACD is also about to flash a bullish crossover, and this is also going to indicate some impulsive move here in an upper direction. So if this trend is going to continue and if the price is also going to turn very bullish, first we want price to break one important line. So for us, the most important thing is to break out of this 0.618 Fibonacci level. This 0.618 Fibonacci level is sitting exactly around 58,000 price level. Why am I actually expecting price of Bitcoin to see a move here towards the 57 to 58,000 before choosing an actual trend duration? Because in most of the Bitcoin price movement, actual trend reversal only occurred after finding a strong resistance from this 0.618 and this 0.786 Fibonacci level. So I'm actually expecting price of Bitcoin to see some impulsive move and then decide where it is going to head next, because if the support is going to be above this 0.618 and price is also going to break out of this 58,000, then there is a very likely scenario that this here is going to be a most probably a move here in this manner. But any sort of a rejection from this 0.618, then we should be very careful, because after that the price could start heading in a downward direction, because that will confirm this distribution phase from Wyckoff. Because right now where we are, this is the phase D area, and this phase D area does sometimes have this last point of supply, and in this last point of supply you see some impulsive move occurring, but after that again it's going to continue in a downward direction. So for us, the most important thing is price must find support above this 58,000 price level for a short term, right? For a short term we have to break out of this 55,000 price level and also find support of it. Then we could see a movement towards 57 and 58,000 price level happening. And if you look at this in a smaller time frame, I did talk about this scenario also plenty of time in my videos. I said, you guys, since the price here was following this descending channel and also making lower highs lower low continuation pattern, what was needed is this higher highs higher lows continuation pattern. And yesterday, that's why I said, you guys, the price movement what we could see here, right, could be making a move here in this manner. And this is exactly what we are also witnessing with price action of Bitcoin, because we are aware any sort of a pullback, this lower line of this monthly CPI for April, right, that is sitting around 53,400 is going to be a very strong support here to the downside if we would see any sort of a pullback. So that's why right now I'm actually focusing more on this higher highs higher lows continuation pattern appearing for Bitcoin. And now let's jump into Ethereum price action. But before we jump into Ethereum price action, guys, let's also look at this Ethereum Bitcoin chart, because if you have watched my videos, I have been talking about this Ether Bitcoin chart since months and months now, because I was saying, you guys, if this scenario is going to play out, the price target here to the upside is going to be measured from this point P till this point E area, because according to this ascending broadening wedge, this is where we might be heading, and this is the 0.055 to 0.056 level. And right now, as you can see, our price target here could also be triggered, and that could actually bring it around 3,000 price level. And if you look at this in a bit different way, you can see this trend line here was a very, very important line to break. I also tweeted many times in my Twitter account. If you are unaware of my Twitter account, guys, feel free to follow me there. Just type crypto Anup, then you should be able to find me. Because not just only this ascending scenario is playing out right now, but also if you look at this inverted head and shoulder, you will see, right, this here is the left shoulder head and this is the right shoulder. And now according to this inverted head and shoulder, we also measure the target level here from the neckline till the head area, or the head till the neckline area. So that's why this price target here could actually bring it around 3,000 price level in a weekly time frame. If you monitor the price structure here of Ether, right, I have told you guys so many times, according to this Livermore's pivotal point theory, breaking the previous temporary resistance line is going to be a buying opportunity after breaking the previous temporary resistance line. And if you look at this here, when we broke out the previous temporary resistance line, price started moving up a direction. We saw this pullback and many were like, hey, now this has actually failed because the price here is again back to the previous temporary resistance line. But if you look at this price movement, price coming back to trace the previous temporary resistance line is actually not a bearish scenario, guys, because we always see some rejection or even a retest before moving in upward direction. And this is exactly what happened with Ether. And according to this pivotal point theory, it is also showing in a weekly time frame the price of Ether should be continue higher in an upcoming days. And if you also look this in a daily time frame, also guys, let me make you aware, BYBIT right now is providing around $1,610 deposit bash bonus, and this one is for limited time only. The only thing you have to do is sign up using my ref link down below. The sign up process would take you only 2 or 3 minutes of your time. And if you already have a BYBIT account and you want to claim this bonus one more time, then you have to create a new email address and follow this process one by one. Let me show you very quickly. After signing up, just go to promotion and click on the latest promotion, $1,610 reward up for grabs. Click on this. Here's how you can claim your bonus. $1,010 bonus for new users in the deposit bonus bash page, up to $100 in reward hub, and 500 worth of bonus are available in the referral program. Click on this deposit bonus bash, scroll down side, then you will see the reward table, how you can claim your bonuses, the rules and terms, and just click on join now. That's it, guys. And now let's jump into our chart. Both the symmetrical triangle and the double bottom scenario played out perfectly. And I also said you guys, now where we might be possibly heading towards this 2,900 to 3,000 price level for Ether in the upcoming days. And this target here to the upside is also measured from this point B till this point T area, and this is exactly where we might be also getting gravitated at this current stage. So not just only the price movement, but the RSI is also clearly above 50 level compared to Bitcoin, and this is also a bullish MACD cross, right? Let me show you here. So you can see, right, this is a bullish MACD cross. So this is clearly flashing the price of Ether could see an impulsive move in an upcoming days. But also be aware, whenever we had this all-time high scenario for playing out for Ether, guys, you will see we always saw some sort of a rejection before again starting to move in upward direction. I mean, you will see we broke the all-time high, we see some pullback type of scenario, right? Pretty often happen that. So that's why if this here is also going to see some sort of a pullback, then that should be absolutely fine. So these are some of the scenarios I wanted to show you regarding the price action of Ether and Bitcoin. But if you also want to know the short-term price target, no problem, guys. Let me show you this in a smaller time frame. So for now, what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to simply add this Fibonacci extension level for Ethereum. Why? Because I will be actually focusing on the upward price movement that could be playing out in the upcoming days for Ethereum. So right now, as you can see, this here is a 100% Fibonacci extension line that is acting as a resistance at this current stage. You can see exactly after reaching this line, we are seeing some sort of a rejection. So as I've already said you guys, if we are also going to see a pullback, that should be fine, but we are still going to be focusing around the upward price movement. So our first upward price target is around 2,867. That's going to 1.272 Fibonacci extension level, and the next target is going to be around 1.414, and our personal target is going to be around this 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, and that is going to be around 3,100 to 3,090 price level for Ether in the upcoming days. But be aware, because we know we are approaching the top of the channel as well. In a 4-hour time frame, right, with this parallel channel, the price here is approaching the top of the channel, you can see here. So that's why we are also finding some resistance for Ether, but this should not be a problem for long term, because this is just a short term temporary resistance line, because in a bigger time frame I just showed you how bullish the price actually looks like, right? So any sort of a pullback, that should be also fine, because price in general looks very bullish, and we will also be focusing more on an upward price target for Ether. So guys, these are some of the scenarios I see right now looking at the price section of Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.